Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to bring down my. Oh, I check on my phone. Forgot to bring down my iPad so I could make sure the stream is coming okay. But I can do it on my phone. Sure. I don't care about the latest update. There I am. And listen to that. No echo. And listen to that. No echo. Sweet. Okay. Well, let's do this. Tonight, I got my Diet Mountain Dew going. Woohoo! And I'm excited. This came today. Yeah, the echo, Eric, was not good. My Deoxit came today, so I can finally clean my 2600 paddles like they're meant to be cleaned and play some Kaboom. So tonight, we've been working on Snake. I should. Oh, let me save this first. And all the code's now up on GitHub, which is kind of cool as I program. So, I needed to make one change because Steve tried to run this in an emulator, and I used the left and right arrows to go left and right when you're controlling the snake. But that doesn't work very well in the emulator because that means you're doing shift up in the upper corner to go left and wherever the asterisk key, shift 8 to go. So we're going to change that first. Let's look at our keys here. There's our keys. 6 and 7 move left and right. So we're going to change those to the comma. I need to just write some code here. Okay, so we're going to change this to the period and the comma, which makes better sense. So the comma's 32 and the period's 34. So if it's 32, we want to go left. And if it's 34, we want to go right. So let's see if our snake works. And there it is. There's no collision control. He gets bigger. But you notice what we got fixed tonight is you noticed already it's slowed down a lot. And we're only up to length of 5. And the problem being, let's get one more so you can see how much. Look, we're only up to 6 and it's slowed down this much. The game is supposed to get faster the longer you get to make it more challenging, not slower. Okay, break out of that. Don't know how I hit the. We also need to add the commands to list it. So for those following along at home on GitHub, you can actually Yeah, and Eric, the one thing you have to be aware of with the Peak 764 is it never reset. It keeps the last key pressed even after you let up on it. So after you read what you want to read, you need to clear that. You need to put that back to 255. However, with the Snake game, I use that because that way I don't have to store where I'm going, the last key I press, because it keeps it in that. Oops. Okay, so your clay says the string will. Okay, that's something we're going to look at. So our slowness problem, let me show it here, is right. I'm trying to use my mouse pointer to highlight text, and that doesn't quite work. The for command, where it shuffles everything down, not that one. Oh, yeah, that one. So the for next command, yeah, it's right here, 1320. It shuffles, so I store every location that my snake goes to in an array. So then I know the very first one, when I get my length, I know the very first one, that's the last character I need to erase. Once it's erased, I need to shuffle the whole array down, because if not, the array just keeps on getting longer and longer, and then I run out of memory unless I want to give the array an obnoxious amount of memory, and we're not going to do this. We want this to run on anything. So how can I make that better? Well, let me show you. We are going to abuse strings. So in this one, I'm setting up an array A and B, and I'm also setting up two strings of 100 characters each. Strings in AtariBasic can be up to the length of memory, which is really nice for this. And here I'm just stuffing the characters. I'm just randomly generating characters and putting them in each array. Anyway, at 110 here, I shuffle the array normally like I am doing, but don't look at this 4-2 because that way's incorrect. Actually, I'm going to take that out. Oops. So when I shuffle the string, this right here, this peak 18, 19, and 20, that's just the built-in timer so I can time it. But I just make A string equals A string starting at the second character, B string starting at the second character. And then I figure out how long that took. Watch. So now it's shuffling the array, and it took 123 jiffies, which is just a shade over 2 seconds to do 100 characters to shuffle 2 arrays down. But when I'm shuffling the string, it takes me 2 jiffies. Great. But I have to redo my program. Let me save this. So Eric, have you done some AtariBasic programming? I'm assuming. Alright, now let's load Snake back in. This is going to be fun. Okay. I hit the wrong button. So my array that I store, I never, back in the day, I didn't get into action. I wish I did. So I'm going to change these into strings. And if I hit the right character. So those are going to store our locations, our history locations. PX and PY as our current location. PXH and PYH are our historic location, so we can go back and delete it. We're losing 2K here to store those. A screen is 960 characters. That gives us some buffer. I could go down to 960, but I'm going to put a border in. It's going to be less than 960. I'm not worried about space right now. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I've got to set the first one to be 0. And there's we're going to try the for 0, 0. Delete, delete, delete. Equals fudge. Okay. Gosh darn it. If I'd hit the break key and not the delete key, I would be pretty bad. Yeah, your clay, it seems to run around while I'm doing it in immediate mode. CHR. So I've got to convert that number to a string to store it in the string. And I got to do the same thing here. Oh, I miss. And the history length is 0. I forget why I had that. Does string start on 1 or 0? String start on 1. Good thing I caught that. Nope. I'm a little bit rusty. Ah. Okay, so we set history for PX history and PY history to the current things. Go down through here. So when's the next time we see that? All right, 1300 is when we start erasing our old stuff. How can I refactor that? So I add the length in. So here I've got to I wish I had some indents. Oops. Some insert capabilities without having to manually insert. But hey, we'll survive. Okay, the length. We add 1 to the player history length, and then we store our current things into that. And right here is where we erase the oldest one. Hey, Murky Banana from the tablet. Okay, I like what you're doing here, Clay. We're going to get to that because I'm getting tired of doing what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to add a line in here. Did I save that one? temp L equals PHL minus length. So that's, we're going back to however long. Oh, why am I doing all that math? I'm shuffling it now. So all I have to do is go to the very first character of the string, delete that. Oh, this makes this a little bit easier. I don't have to carry about. So if I go to PX ASCII of PX string 1, 1 ASCII 1, 1, and we print a space. So that, what did I do wrong? Oh, I missed a. I needed a. Oh, I missed my close parentheses. Okay. I think the 0 stores. I forget what the 0 stores, but I'm pretty sure the length. Oh, here. Little debugging 4. Yeah, see, the first is not. It starts on 1, so I got the A. Let's get that without that error message in there. So it does start on 1. So position all those. And see, 1320 through 1340 is as I'm shuffling the array down. I can replace those all with 1320 PXH string equals PXH string starting at 2 and PXY string equals PXY string starting at 2. And remove 1330 and 1340. Wow, was that easy? Let's save this bad boy. And one thing that ticked me off, I set up automatically update to GitHub, but for some reason, this program I use, ENTR, doesn't notice changes from the TNFS server through FujiNet. I can touch the file and it'll think there's a change, but when I save through the FujiNet, it doesn't think there's a change. Okay, let's see what happens here. Ah! Error 5. What was error 5? I have my handy dandy manual here. Where are my error messages? Oh, fudge. There it is. Error 5. String length error. Okay. Do I need to dimension that? Do I need to stuff that string before I start messing around with it? Oh. Because the first time through, there is no 2 to shuffle. The string's only 1 length. So when it's only 1 position, that's going to break because it doesn't know. Hmm. It doesn't know that, but it still has to. It should be two. PHL is starting out at 0. That's why. Because arrays start at 0. Oops. I'll budge. There we go. See, right there. PHL equals 0, and I can't have it 0 because we're starting on 1 now and not 0. But okay, maybe that wasn't it. Well, darn you. There we go. 1320. Okay. Oh, look at 1050. I originally poked into 764 the left. Well, down there, it didn't know what that. There is no left. There is no 6 because I changed that key. Because I wanted it to start going left no matter what when you start. And there's no error checking. So if I hit another key here, it's going to crash. But I want to at least get it going. PHS 2. All right. It's got to be something with starting the strings on 1 and not 0. So 1320, something it doesn't like about that. Because I'm trying to shuffle and it can't because there's only one character. Well, you know how we can fix that. I thought that was going to work. Yeah, I'm using it as a two-dimensional array. I'm thinking in the back of my mind to store it all in just one string instead of the x. One's the x, y, one's the x history of where every x has been. The other one's the y. We don't have two-dimensional arrays in strings in AtariBasic. I thought setting that to length of 2 would maybe PHL needs to be 2 also. So we'll just start out with a 2-segment snake instead of 1, which that's not a big deal. What the heck? Okay. Oops. Okay, why is PXH only Did I miss something? Because PX is only 2 characters long and PYH are 3. PXH for player history length. PY. There's got to be something simple I'm missing here. In 1300 is the line I'm looking at. Well, one thing I want to do is put this little pause in here just to give me a chance to see if I can see what's going on. I don't even use the PPX and PPY, but we'll leave it in there. PXH string equals and PX is PX minus 1, which should be wait a second. I didn't even get it happen so fast. Okay, this should be the same all the way across, but PXH should be subtracting 1 each time. Okay, I know what to do. Ow, I can't see my cursor now. Let's not shuffle. Okay. So that's all, and it's going slow because I put in that for next loop. Yeah. Eating the food. Oh, because I haven't modified any of that for eating the food. Yeah. I think I'm going to go to... But you have to have a... Screen memory, you still have to have an idea of where the X's were placed. We still have to have some sort of memory there for the X's so we can, as our snake moves, we can remove the last segment of the snake. I couldn't come up with a better way of doing it. Why do I let PHL equals L? That doesn't make sense at all. Do I even use length anywhere? Right there I do. To erase it. Okay, so part of the problem is 1350, for some reason, why would I do that? Why would I do that at all? Why would I? Because I'm resetting PHL to L. When I should be doing... Oh, because I've already... Because I've shuffled it, so I've taken it down 1. Ugh. This is hard. L is 2, PHL is 2. We start out at 2. Place some random food there. Player history length is also 2. Because that's how long our dude has been. So we move forward 1. So that's where PHL equals PHL plus 1. We store the current location in PXH string and PYH string. And then we go back to the oldest position, which is at 1, PXH, and print a space. And then we should be able to shuffle in 1310, shuffle that down. And then we set PHL back to the length, to the string length. Yeah, that should be right. But it's not working. I don't think I'm setting... Error 5. String length error. All right, why is one... what? Oh, you guys are supposed to catch that for me. Oh. Can anybody see my issue? PYH and PYH. I don't know what PXY is. Oh. It's the blind leading the blind now. Oh, and you know what? When I was younger, I would have. You could keep so much more in your head, I think, or something. I don't know. But that was just crazy. Well, we don't know if it's going to actually work, but it's a better chance now than it has in the past. Oh, there it goes. Hey, look at that. And the reason it's so slow is because I have the for loop in there slowing it down. So let's speed that up a little bit. I don't want to go full speed yet. Okay, and then we got to fix the grabbing the food, because as soon as I grab the food, it's going to crash because I haven't updated the variables. Okay. Position. PXH. String. It's the ASCII. PHA string. Oh man, okay, we gotta refactor this a little bit. $50, $40, $30, $20, $10. Yeah, it'd be really nice to have a few extra commands here, but we're doing this. We'd be doing it Christmas of '84 when I got my computer. Okay, so 2000. I'm going to give P. I don't think I'm using that anywhere. Equals PHL minus. Thank goodness for global variables. I don't think I've got. Well, we'll try it here. And then get rid of 2005. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. ASCII a PHX string. Oh. P comma P. PYH string. Oops. Gotta close my parentheses. PYH string. P comma P. Print the space. Oops. I forgot to close my parentheses again. Lousy. Okay, that's some debugging. Finds a new place to put it. 3000 is nothing. That's just so I can find. Okay. Oh, the joys of having time to get a drink while it's saving. We're spoiled. Yeah. I always forget the shortened ones because I don't know. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll see. Whoa. Hey, it did work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that go. Okay, let's see the fastest it can go. Oh, fudge. Oh, L period. Okay. This is the absolute fastest it can go without any further optimizations. I'm going to have to optimize it further because it needs to be able to go faster than this. This is too easy still. And we haven't even added commands to, because eventually I want to, but look, it does not slow down the longer it gets. Eventually I want to switch this over to graphics 15 so I can do all sorts of cool stuff. Hey, but this runs pretty well. And look, it hasn't slowed down. Okay. Are we done? We'll get it working, then we'll go back through and optimize it. Because I think this part, where this part could go faster, I know I can optimize it. Eric, all that muscle memory, I still type out list. Because I'm using the ASCII, I'm converting characters here. I bet my ultimate goal is to use peeks and pokes to the string itself in the location of memory, and I can bypass this CHR string and ASCII string of storing and everything, and it'll go even faster. But let's worry about that later. We need to figure out the screen location so I can... Oh, I know what I need to do next. Right now, the food just randomly goes places, and it doesn't check where there's something there. So every once in a while, it'll put it where the snake is, which is not what we want to do. So we have to check the location of first. And we could do a locate and all that fun stuff, but let's do it faster by looking directly at screen memory. And I got to remember how to do it because it's been a long, long time. 88 and 89. So, in the setup here, 10:15. Screen equals peak, equals peak into 88 plus peak into 89 times 256. I'm looking at Shift 8 for the asterisk. That's going to be the location of the screen memory. So if we did this in immediate mode, screen memory is at exactly 40,000. Oh, that's pretty cool. So if I poke into 4042, 40,042, should put an A on the screen somewhere up there in the upper left corner. Oh, it scrolls. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Oh, I need to use the lookup. It's not the... It's the... I forgot that it's different. It's not the AtariBasic. It's the... whatever. However it's stored in memory. I have a chart here. Keyboard controller. I can read that? Sweet. That'll be another day. Okay. Where is that chart? Oh, there's a little memory map on the back of this. There we go. So if I wanted to print an A... Oh, you know what? I don't care because I'm just going to use the values directly. So it would be a 0 or whatever. And so peek into peek into 40,000 should be a 0 because there's nothing known. Yep, because that's the upper left corner. But peek into 0, 0, 1, 2, I should get 65 because that's that character that's up there. 0, 1, 2. Ha ha! Steve, I'm pretty sure I said, yeah, I was going live. Okay. So we need to check the locate. We have the screen in there. Steve, I know I sent out my alert to everything that says I was going live. Or maybe I sent it. Oh, I didn't say I was going live. I sent it the one that says in 15 minutes. Okay. That was my fault. So Steve, what we're doing is I need to make sure the food puts food where there's not a character. So screen is going to be the memory location. So at 20:45, if peek into screen plus fx plus fy times 40, that should be does not equal 0, then try again, 20:30. Okay, so we're going to peek into the screen, and if it does not equal 0, we're going to generate some new random numbers until we get it where it equals 0, because then we know nothing is there. Okay, the code still works. There's a little pause. Try that if statement, but I can't really do anything about that. Waiting to see if it puts it. It should never put it where the X is now. And we can now do error detection because we can use that screen. We've almost got a usable game here. It's a little too easy. Well, especially since you can do things like this. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So at 1290, yeah, 1290. If peek into screen plus EX plus EY times 40 does not equal 0. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Does not equal 0. Then 5,000. YOU space LOSE exclamation point 9. So 9, half of that's 4, so 16. Oh, and we can speed it up by getting rid of these print number 6 and poking directly into memory too. Sweet. You lose. End. Oh my goodness, this is coming along faster than I thought it would. Okay, so now. How did I lose already? What the heck? Okay, I must have something wrong on the 1290. We haven't moved him yet. Oh, fudge. Look, at 1270. I already moved him. So yeah, it's going to error because... Okay. That should be 1280, 1260. And get rid of 1290. Okay. Whoops. If you hit any... The quickest way to lose. Hit any key but the ones that control it, and you'll die. Oh, fudge. I got too cocky on how easy it was. Gosh darn it. What? Oh. Detecting the... Okay, so it's detecting the food. Do 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 do. Because it's seeing that food. How should I do that? I want to make it generic enough so when I put a border around it, I don't have to do any extra logic. When it hits the border, it's going to cancel also. Huh. Let's do 1260, 1270, 1280. Will this work? Go sub 2000 and then go to 1280 so we skip over the error detection. I mean the collision detection. Oh, fudge. Too used to playing the old... Aha. That will work. Look at that. And if I run into myself, it dies. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's put a border up. Make that a little bit better. Okay. We're going to put a border up. So, I want it to go... We're going to poke No, what time is it? Oh, man, I don't have really enough time to do the border. Okay, let's see what we got so far. Let me save it for everybody to... Oh, I can't see my cursor. Okay. So now we've got a game. I can play it. If I hit the wrong key, I lose. Sweet. So I think we got something that's playable now. And you could actually use the length as your score up there. Could take out some of those other debugging stuff. But it doesn't speed up fast enough. I'm going to have to... It doesn't speed up fast enough to really make it difficult. Because I'm pretty sure I can keep on going at this for a long, long time. And this is full speed. It can't go any faster than this. Until we replace a few things. Woohoo! Let me go. Ah, fudge. I got too cocky. You lose. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think we're at a good stopping point. To end it there. Code's up on GitHub, so whoever wants to play with it can play with it. I'm pretty happy. It's relatively quick. I think we can speed it up by poking directly into the PXH string and PYH string, the values we want instead of using the ASCII and the CHR, and I'm pretty sure we can start poking directly in the screen memory to get it faster. I need to put more comments. Oh, do I have a... One rem by goes. I think I started this on September. What was the date in September? Do you remember? The 27th, I bet. There we go. For all infamy. For all time. Infamy. Let's be sure we upload that. Okay, so next week, maybe I'll do it before then. I'm going to refactor it to take away all those position commands, and we're going to poke directly into screen memory, bypassing those position and that print, which should go faster. And then if we poke directly into the string, the locations we want, but we still use the string as a shuffle, that should be about as fast as I can get it in AtariBasic. Straight AtariBasic. Cool. Okay. Oh, I gotta be sure that gets committed. There it goes. Up there. Okay, hey. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you got something out of it. Or me getting frustrated. But I do love, once I get into it, I do love doing it. I'm going to get a t-shirt made up. Some people do Sudokus. Sudokus. I program AtariBasic. Thanks for watching.